13 worst foods to eat after a workout. Choosing the wrong foods after training can definitely slow down your gains in muscle mass for many different reasons. That's why in this video we're going to show you the 13 worst types of food that you should always avoid eating after training. Stay tuned until the end, because we'll also tell you about the best foods to eat after training, listing and explaining why these are more interesting options than the usual ones. Number 1. Salty foods. Salty foods contain high levels of sodium, which can cause fluid retention. After training, it is crucial to rehydrate the body and replenish the electrolytes lost during exercise. Excess sodium can hinder this process, as it causes water retention in the tissues, which can lead to bloating and a feeling of heaviness. In addition, too much sodium can exacerbate dehydration, as the body may need more water to balance the high sodium levels. Consuming foods high in salt after training can also increase blood pressure. Physical exercise already temporarily raises blood pressure, and adding more stress to the cardiovascular system by consuming sodium can be harmful, especially for individuals with hypertension or a predisposition to heart problems. Keeping blood pressure at healthy levels is important for recovery and general health. Number 2. Salads and raw vegetables. One particularity of raw vegetables that makes them especially unsuitable for post-workout is their low-calorie density. While raw vegetables are bulky and can cause a feeling of satiety, they provide few calories and nutrients in relation to the volume consumed. This means that, despite feeling full, the body may still be lacking in the nutrients needed for recovery. This feeling of satiety, without the corresponding adequate calorie and protein intake, can prevent you from eating other, more nutritious foods that are needed after exercise. After training, the body needs an adequate combination of proteins and carbohydrates to repair muscles and replenish glycogen stores. Salads and raw vegetables alone do not provide a sufficient amount of these essential macronutrients for efficient muscle recovery. Raw vegetables are high in fiber, which is excellent for overall digestive health, but may not be ideal immediately after exercise. The high amount of fiber can slow down digestion and cause gastrointestinal discomfort, such as bloating and gas. After training, the body is in a state of recovery, and energy should be directed towards muscle repair and rehydration, not digesting large amounts of fiber. Number 3. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. Taking non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, such as ibuprofen, may seem like a quick fix to reduce or avoid post-workout pain. However, its side effects can jeopardize your fitness goals. A study published in the American Journal of Physiology revealed that participants who took these anti-inflammatories had a significant suppression in muscle protein synthesis after resistance exercise compared to those who took a placebo. Instead of relying on medication, try using active recovery techniques such as foam rolling or hiking or cycling on an exercise bike after an intense leg workout. These practices can improve blood flow and reduce muscle pain. It's important to remember that soreness is part of the natural process of muscle development, and masking it with painkillers can prevent you from reaching your full potential. Number 4. Spicy foods. Capsaicin, the active compound in chili peppers that causes the burning sensation, can increase gastric acid production and cause stomach irritation. This can result in discomfort, heartburn, indigestion, and even nausea, making post-workout recovery less effective and comfortable. Spicy foods also have a thermogenic effect, which increases body temperature and metabolic rate. Although this can be beneficial for burning calories, after a workout, the body needs to rehydrate and regain electrolyte balance. The increased sweating caused by spicy foods can exacerbate dehydration and electrolyte loss, impairing recovery. In addition, spicy foods can temporarily increase blood circulation and provoke the release of endorphins, which are hormones that cause a feeling of well-being. However, after training, this may not be beneficial. The vasodilation caused by spicy foods can increase the pressure on the cardiovascular system. which is already in the process of recovering from the physical effort. Number 5. Isolated fruit. Fruits have fructose as their main sugar. Fructose, unlike glucose, is not readily used by the muscles to replenish glycogen. Instead, it is metabolized in the liver, which can delay muscle recovery and energy replenishment. Fruits are also excellent sources of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, but are low in protein. After training, the body needs a sufficient amount of protein to repair and build muscle tissue. Consuming only fruit post-workout does not provide the necessary amount of protein to support efficient muscle recovery. A study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition investigated the effects of eating different types of carbohydrates on post-exercise recovery. The study compared the effectiveness of fructose versus glucose in replenishing muscle glycogen after high-intensity exercise. 10 endurance-trained athletes took part in the study. After an exhausting workout, the participants consumed drinks containing either fructose or glucose. Muscle glycogen levels were measured before and after drinking the drinks, at regular intervals for several hours. The results showed that muscle glycogen levels increased significantly faster in the glucose group compared to the fructose group. In addition, the glucose group reported less muscle fatigue and faster recovery. The study therefore concluded that glucose is more effective than fructose at replenishing muscle glycogen stores, making it a better choice for post-workout nutrition. Number 6. Processed foods. Processed foods, especially sausages, ham, and salami, are often high in sodium and preservatives. Excess sodium can lead to fluid retention, which can cause bloating and increase blood pressure. There is also the presence of artificial additives such as colorings, flavorings, and flavor enhancers such as monosodium glutamate. These additives are designed to improve the taste and appearance of food, but can have adverse effects on the body. Glutamate, for example, can cause headaches and adverse reactions in sensitive individuals, as well as potentially interfering with post-workout recovery processes. Preservatives such as nitrates and nitrites are commonly found in sausages. These additives, while useful for extending the shelf life of food, can have inflammatory effects on the body. Inflammation can slow down muscle recovery and aggravate any micro-injuries caused by exercise. Another issue is calorie density. Processed foods are often calorie-dense but nutrient-poor, which can lead to overconsumption of calories without providing the nutrients needed for recovery. This can not only slow down recovery but also contribute to unwanted weight gain. Number 7. Whole-grain dairy products. Whole dairy products, such as full-fat cheeses and whole milk, are high in saturated fat. Consuming these foods after training can slow down digestion and, consequently, the absorption of essential nutrients for muscle recovery. After exercise, the body needs a rapid replenishment of carbohydrates and proteins to repair and build muscle tissue. Foods rich in saturated fats slow down this digestive process, compromising recovery efficiency. Whole-grain dairy products can also cause gastric discomfort, such as bloating, gas, and a feeling of heaviness in the stomach. During and after exercise, blood flow is directed to the muscles, which can reduce the efficiency of the digestive system. One particularity of whole-grain dairy products that makes this class of food bad to consume post-workout is the presence of casein, a slow-digesting protein. Although casein is beneficial in some contexts, such as before bed to provide a continuous supply of amino acids, it is not ideal immediately after training. After exercise, the body needs fast-absorbing proteins, such as whey, to start the muscle repair process. The casein in whole milk dairy products, being slow to digest, doesn't meet this immediate need, which can delay muscle recovery. In addition, the high amount of saturated fats in whole dairy products can increase inflammation in the body, which is counterproductive after a workout. Excessive inflammation can slow down muscle recovery and increase the risk of injury. Number 8. Fast foods with a high fat content. I know that right after a workout is one of the times of day when you're hungriest and therefore more likely to want to eat something tasty to satisfy your hunger. However, fast foods with a high fat content such as hamburgers, fries, and pizza are known for being difficult to digest. Fat takes longer for the body to digest compared to carbohydrates and proteins. After training, the body needs nutrients that can be absorbed quickly to start the process of muscle recovery and energy replenishment. The slow digestion of fatty foods can slow down this process, leaving the body without essential nutrients when it needs them most. We don't even need to mention the trans fats present in these types of foods. Trans fats not only increase inflammation, but can also interfere with muscle protein synthesis, which is essential for muscle recovery and growth. These foods also generally have a low proportion of essential nutrients, such as high-quality proteins and complex carbohydrates, which are vital for post-workout recovery. Our particular suggestion is that when you get home from training, you control your mind and try to eat a healthy meal before being overcome by the urge to eat something tasty. With your hunger already satisfied, you'll be considerably less likely to binge. Number 9. Energy drinks with caffeine. Energy drinks with caffeine can contribute to dehydration. Caffeine is a diuretic, which means it increases urine production. After training, the body is already in a state of dehydration due to the loss of fluids through sweat. Consuming caffeine can exacerbate this condition, making it difficult to rehydrate properly and increasing the risk of dehydration, which can lead to fatigue, muscle cramps, and other health problems. The caffeine in energy drinks can provide excessive stimulation to the nervous system, which can be counterproductive after training. During exercise, the body is already in a state of high activation, and caffeine can prolong this state, making relaxation and recovery more difficult. This prolonged stimulus can increase cortisol levels, which interferes with muscle recovery and promotes tissue breakdown. A special feature of caffeinated energy drinks is the combination of stimulants and sugar they often contain. This combination can cause rapid spikes in energy followed by sharp drops, and as we've already explained, after training, it's important to keep energy levels stable to support recovery. Consuming caffeinated energy drinks after training can also interfere with the quality of your sleep, especially if you train at the end of the day. Sleep is a crucial component of muscle and overall body recovery. Caffeine can hinder the ability to fall asleep and reduce the quality of sleep, preventing full recovery and affecting performance in subsequent workouts. Number 10. Antioxidant supplements. As evidenced by a study published in the Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise journal, taking antioxidant supplements such as vitamin C and vitamin E, for example, decreases mitochondrial biogenesis in skeletal muscle. This basically means that instead of allowing muscle cells to produce more mitochondria to adapt to the stress of exercise and become more resistant to future stresses, antioxidants take over this function, preventing muscle adaptations from taking place. When we train, it's as if we're telling our muscles something like, "You need to get stronger to lift that weight more easily." However, when you take an antioxidant supplement straight after training, it's as if you're outsourcing this function. Oxidative stress caused by exercise is a normal physiological process and crucial for promoting adaptations and muscle growth. When you consume antioxidant supplements after training, you interfere with this process and the body's natural ability to adapt to the stress of training. Number 11. Industrialized fruit juices. One particularity of industrialized fruit juices is their high glycemic load. The glycemic load is a measure that indicates how a food will affect blood sugar levels. Foods with a high glycemic load, such as industrialized juices, cause rapid and pronounced increases in blood glucose. This is especially problematic after training, as it can interfere with the body's ability to use carbohydrates to replenish muscle glycogen stores efficiently. Regular consumption of industrialized fruit juices can also contribute to increased calorie intake without the feeling of satiety that solid food provides. This can lead to a calorie imbalance and potential unwanted weight gain, making it difficult to maintain a healthy body weight and the ideal body composition for physical performance. In addition, during the industrialization process, most of the fiber present in the original fruit is removed. Fiber is essential for the slow digestion of natural fruit sugars, helping to maintain stable and prolonged energy levels. Without the fiber, the sugar in the juice is quickly absorbed, causing the insulin spikes mentioned. Remember that despite being made from fruit, industrialized juices often lose a good portion of their vitamins and minerals during processing. In addition, to compensate for the lost flavor, artificial colorings and flavorings are often added, which offer no nutritional benefits. Number 12. Don't eat anything. We're talking about the worst foods to eat after training, but we definitely can't forget this topic. Many people like to come home from training and take a nap, so they end up neglecting the all-important post-workout meal. However, if you do this, we recommend that you stop now. Avoiding eating after a workout, especially protein sources, is a bad idea. Although the famous 30-minute anabolic window is not as crucial as previously believed, there is still a period after exercise when food can positively influence your training adaptations. This new anabolic window is an interval of 3 to 6 hours between pre- and post-workout meals. So, if you ate 2 hours before training and trained for an hour, you have around 2 to 3 hours after training to have a meal that will optimize recovery. A study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition recommends consuming a high-quality protein in the amount of 0.5 to 0.6 grams per kilogram of body weight in the post-exercise meal to achieve a maximum acute anabolic effect. Ignoring this recommendation can prevent the maximization of the anabolic response, resulting in a loss of potential gains. Although total protein intake throughout the day is more important than the timing of meals, there is substantial evidence that consuming protein post-workout is one of the best strategies for maximizing muscle protein synthesis. Number 13. Alcohol. One particularity of alcohol that makes it especially bad for post-workout consumption is its ability to increase cortisol levels. Cortisol is a stress hormone which, at high levels, can have catabolic effects, i.e., it can promote the breakdown of muscle tissue rather than its building. During training, the body already experiences a temporary increase in cortisol levels due to physical stress. Consuming alcohol after exercise can exacerbate this increase, prolonging the catabolic state and interfering with muscle recovery. Alcohol is also a diuretic, which means it increases urine production and can consequently lead to dehydration. After training, it is crucial to rehydrate the body and replenish the fluids and electrolytes lost during exercise. Consuming alcohol can interfere with this process, hindering proper recovery and increasing the risk of dehydration, which can cause fatigue, muscle cramps, and other health problems. In addition, drinking alcohol after exercise impairs muscle protein synthesis, a vital process for muscle recovery and growth. Studies show that alcohol can reduce the body's ability to repair and build new muscle fibers, which is essential after an intense workout. This is because alcohol interferes with the signaling of anabolic pathways that promote protein synthesis, impairing muscle recovery and potentially decreasing gains in strength and muscle mass. Good foods to eat after training. Now that you know what you definitely shouldn't eat after a workout, let's talk about the good foods for this occasion. After training, the body needs nutrients to help with muscle recovery, energy replenishment, and rehydration. The ideal foods for this period should have a good combination of proteins, carbohydrates, and healthy fats, as well as being easily digestible for rapid absorption of nutrients. Some good foods to eat after training then involve lean proteins such as chicken, fish, eggs, tofu, Greek yogurt, complex carbohydrates that replenish muscle glycogen stores such as sweet potatoes, brown rice, quinoa, and oats. Some healthy fats that help with the absorption of vitamins such as avocado, nuts, chia seeds, and olive oil, and obviously, we can't forget some liquids for rehydration such as water and other sports drinks. You can use this base to make interesting post-workout meal combinations such as a rice and chicken dish seasoned with olive oil, Drinking water 15 minutes before or after eating. Don't forget to let us know in the comments which of these foods you used to eat post-workout and now won't. Thanks for watching and God bless you.